Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast, A Lion Among the Sheep. It's a beautiful, chilly, brisk day here in Florida. Coach Jamie, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Scott. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. It's funny. I was talking to a friend of mine in Pittsburgh. It's like 12 degrees up there. And I said, it's freezing down here. He said, he says, what is? I said, 55 degrees. So we have to realize we're blessed and we can't complain about being chilly down here. But I'm doing great. Great. How are you? Everything's going well?
Yeah, loving the little brisk, cool weather that we that came in, last night. So had to put on a light jacket today, but it's good stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff. I know you were at the gym earlier today, and today is a day off for me. I've got a lot of running around to do. But you know what? I was at the gym yesterday, and
Mhm.
a couple of people came up to me and said, "How do you do what you do? What's your mindset that you're here all the time and you're working out, you don't stop." I've been thinking about this, and I know you and I talk about a lot. How do we build that unstoppable winning mindset, coach? It's something that you and I have built, and people think it's a switch you flip, and it becomes you have this mindset overnight. And I know you're a big person about the power of belief, and I am too. So what's your take on how do we build that unstoppable winning mindset with that power of belief to start?
Yeah. So you pointed out something in terms of that I think I 100% don't think I agree with is that we all have to start somewhere. I just didn't naturally have that kind of mindset. It was something that I grew into. I think that many a times the hardest part is recognizing that and we say this all the time, it's about taking little steps and building up your confidence, which gives you the ability to have discipline, which gives you the ability to have perseverance. So I really believe it starts with basic steps, simple steps of accomplishment, and really holding yourself accountable. I think the hardest thing, and I can speak to myself, and hopefully this resonates, is that you just have to get out of your own way. It starts with taking accountability, and we may use these words over and over again, but sometimes that's what it takes to get past whatever's holding you back, Scott.
And we talked about this earlier. Our belief system shapes our reality. What we believe in ourselves. If you believe you're a loser, you're going to be a loser. It's self disparaging talk. Self-efficating talk. If you believe you're going to win, you're going to win. And then we have to identify, as we talked about this. So our belief system is key. I believe. What do you think? Is that, I mean, how we believe in ourselves, how we view ourselves, our reality of ourselves?
Yeah, no, that's the premise. You can't be what you don't believe you can be. And I think history has consistently, if you look at literature, for as far back as in the early 1920s, Dale Carnegie was one of my interesting books that I've read, and his philosophy about just personal development, right? So your belief system has everything to do what if you believe things to go bad, they're going to go bad. So you have to be able to step back and create the reality you want by your thoughts, right? So I completely agree with that as well. And one of the activities I believe that anyone can do is to first accept that, hey, I may not have made the right choices and I need to improve and be committed to taking little steps. Even if it's something as simple as making a commitment to get up 10 minutes earlier than you usually do, just so that you can spend some time meditating or just thinking through your day.
Right. Right. And we look at our belief system. I just want to focus on the belief system because that's we have to identify, and this is, I
Mm,
know I know I have limitations. We're not supermen, but I think we have to identify our
mm,
limiting beliefs. Like
mm.
how come I mean, we're not supermen, but we always look for obstacles. We always, and sometimes we don't overcome them because we are limited in our belief to overcome obstacles. And that's just, the positive self-talk. It's all wrapped up into a bundle of how we perceive winning, how we perceive the reality of winning. And I know you're big on self-talk, and you're big on, obstacles, like you talked about, overcoming obstacles, and that's like wrapped up into the one big power of belief, our belief in ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, no, your belief system, it's not a one trick pony. It's really a process. I wish I could have lied to myself because of some of the repetitive mistakes that I've made in my journey of improvement. But it was through the belief that I was not going to stop until I was able to change a behavior or improve the outcome of a goal that I have for myself. And it's that type of relentlessness that we all have. And truth be told, everybody has it within them.
So,
It's just being willing to be okay with the fear of, and you said a point that coincides with that, is the belief system of questioning everything. Oh, well, what if I try and it doesn't work out for me? Oh, it'll just be a waste of time. That's the negative self talk that sabotages your ability to go forward and to achieve what you want.
right. And that it's funny because that takes me into what my next thought pattern is, how do we embrace challenges? How do we use challenges as opportunities? Because so often, like we talk about this, if you strike out, if you don't get a hit 7 times in baseball out of 10, you're still in the Hall of Fame. So we're gonna fail. We're gonna fail. But how do we embrace that failures and those challenges as opportunities? How would you suggest men and women do that?
Yeah, so you if you look at it from failure is a part of the journey, right? Because through failure, we learn what not to do. I think what's really challenging sometimes because we have these patterns, it's easy to just keep doing the same thing, but in somehow in your brain, believing that every time you do the same thing, you're going to get a better result. And it doesn't work that way, right? And I'm sure you can attest to that as well, Scott, in your experiences, because we don't become resilient. We don't become who we want to be unless you do have failures, right? The joy of it is difficult to want to perceive it that way. But when you fail, you're one step closer to success as long as you continue to believe in yourself.
And you mentioned the word, my favorite, one of my favorite words. It's a power of being resilient that is going to
Yeah.
make you a lion and not a sheep. That resilience, you get knocked down, you get your ass right back up and go at it again. Don't take no, don't stop at no, don't take no for an answer. Get back up and right, try something different, try a new plan. Don't do the same plan because you're gonna get no again, you're gonna get a failure. So change, tweak the plan, get it, go back in and look at yourself introspectively and decide, see what you did wrong as failed. You know what? Turn those failures into wins.
Yeah.
And it's not hard all. It's not easy all the time. It's difficult, and it's a pattern of behaviors that you have to change. And it's not easy to get. Listen. There are so many billionaires out there who have been beaten down, beaten down, beaten down, and if they would have just quit, we never know who they are. There's many of them, but they kept going at it because they knew in their heart of hearts they were destined for great things. And that's what we need to have, this self destiny, this self affirmation that you can do anything. You can really do anything, whether it's in the gym, in business, anywhere. You can do anything. And having that self talk, like you talked about, coach, is and that power belief is so important.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a great, I think, belief is a great side. I think we in society overall, Scott, I'll just, add this. I don't think we spend enough time overall in really implementing that into everybody's life and really teaching people how to have a better belief system because it's easy when I was going through my transformation of growth. And by the way, I still am. Like I'm always trying to get better because we all should. That's where the joy of life comes. So when you don't know what you don't know, it's easy to get discouraged. But I think part of it is seeking out the right type of supporting cast, being around the right kind of people that have the right mindset. I think the less belief you have in yourself, the more prone you are to fall into unhealthy relationships in general, right?
Right.
So I really believe that, and proof is in the pudding. And then you become less dependent on people validating you and who you are, and then that in itself, it empowers you to have a better belief system.
You must be reading my mind. You must, because that was something where I wanted to go with this conversation.
Yeah.
The positive habits, and part of developing positive habits is the people you surround yourself with. Uh, and the first thing that you did a short the other day that we posted about, first of all, about keeping emotional out of it. One of the positive habits is we get emotional and we get angry. We don't like to lose. We're lions. We don't like to lose. But lions don't catch a gazelle every time. Sometimes we lose. But you were so on point, right? When I heard that short you did the other day, yesterday actually, about keep emotional out of the emotions in check and out of decisions. And I think that's one of the habits that you have to embrace and develop.
Yeah, no, I unequivocally. And then being able to take the body blows. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah.
like when you get knocked down, it's just that's a part of life, But I think it goes back to the belief, and when you've come from scenarios where you may feel like you've been knocked down more than anyone else, you've already lost
Right.
because you've perpetuated in your mind that, wait a minute, I'm supposed to lose. You're not supposed to lose. You're supposed to win. But you have to believe you can win in order for people that you engage with to think you can win as well, right? So there's so many different psychological aspects to belief, but I think you made some great points, and I love talking about this because I think it's a catalyst for everybody. We talk about people wanting to lose belly fat or get in better shape and be healthier or have better relationships. It all starts with your belief that you deserve to have a good relationship. You deserve to feel great when you put on those pants or that shirt, and whether you're a man or a woman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think, developing very healthy habits is key. And we talk about that. You're big on healthy habits change, and it takes 28 days or, whatever. Some say 3 months, some say, I don't know, but it takes time. But you have to do the same thing over and over. And the one thing that I realize helps me and has helped me in the past develop healthy habits, and you've talked about this often, surround yourself with good people, successful people who have those habits that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. No, I think I couldn't have said it better myself. I good point, Scott, for sure.
And not just people who's going to affirm what you believe in, and like I send you stuff. I ask your opinion, you critique it, you
Yeah.
constructive criticism, and we talk about it.
Right.
I don't want you to look at something I've done and say it's perfect, even though in your mind's like it's garbage. Nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe you think it's garbage. You're being nice, but
Yeah, it would be, in if that would be a disservice. I think the most genuine thing you could do is give people real feedback. And, we share great feedback. We share ideas with each other, and that's what it's all about. And I hope, one of the things, people see things being mirrored. I think it's really difficult if you don't see beliefs around you that are strong and positive. If you see beliefs as expecting, oh wow, nothing never goes well for me, and you hear that kind of talk, to me, you got to get away from that. You can't be around people who are negative and always looking at the glass half empty. It's never full. It's very, to me. I don't want to use a strong word, but it's toxic, and
it's toxic.
it doesn't bring anything good, right? There's always things that in life that are going to be tough as hell to deal with, right? We know that, and there's going to be pain, but it's really important through the pain to have people that have resilience or words of encouragement, opposed to allowing you to continue to beat yourself up. We all should get a kick in the, you know what? if we're not doing what we know we should be doing. But I think it's important to get past what you didn't do and get to what you should do.
You know, absolutely. We talked about willpower. I did that when you were away. I did that one podcast on willpower. I'm not going to go back to. If you want to watch, I may do a short in the next few days just to remind people about the anterior, the AMCC, that controls our willpower, and we can develop that. That's why you said earlier, anybody can do it. You're absolutely right. You've got to have the determination, the resilience, and you have to have put in the work to do it, to be in your. It's hard to change our belief system. That's how we believe in ourselves. Especially people in the 30s, 40s, and 50s are trying to change, whether it's in the gym, whether it's in business, the mindset, the winning mindset, the unstoppable winning mindset they're trying to build. It's difficult to do it, but
Mhm.
it can be done. It can be done.
Yeah, no, no, absolutely, it can be done. And there's so much to this topic, Scott. I think this is one that there's so many um compartments to it that we talked about, like the belief and like establishing good practices, as we talked about, and how to overcome them. And but it comes down to your willingness to be uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. And the people that are, and all of us through life have different experiences that impact how we may be comfortable in our belief, but we can never give up and we can never stop trying.
And that's key. Never stop trying. And once you lose your purpose in life, what is life?
Yeah.
Regardless of how small, whatever that purpose is, what is life without a purpose? And when you stop trying to achieve that purpose,
Hmm.
life is really not worth a whole heck of a lot, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Always have a
Yeah.
purpose, no matter how big or small it is. So remember, friends, we have the power, to build an unstoppable winning mindset. You need the power of belief. You have to embrace challenges as opportunities. And don't worry about failure. Failure is going to come. Failure is fleeting. It's coming, it's going to go, and you're on to your next opportunity. And then develop positive habits. And I know, Jamie, you can't stress enough about your relationships, building really strong relationships. And as you
Yeah.
go through this journey called life.
Yeah. No, well said. Awesome. Good stuff, Scott.
I appreciate it. Now, listen, there's a lot we could be in here. I didn't want to bring in all the science, because we would be here for another half hour. So we want to talk about this because it's important. We hear about it every day, Coach Jamie and I read about it. I see it. It's a very popular topic. But just remember, anyone can do it. Anyone can become a lion. They just have to follow a blueprint, and that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to give people what our past experience or knowledge
Hmm.
and provide a roadmap. I want to say a blueprint, a roadmap onto becoming a really unstoppable lion and winning lion. So, Coach, as always, thank you so much for joining. You're the best, man. You're the best.
Hey, man. Thank you as well, Coach. You're the best, man. And just a fantastic way to continue through the week. And, I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day and a great week. And to
Appreciate it.
everyone out there as well in the community, I hope they have a great week in this. They could take something away that they can work on and share and also get better themselves. We all better when everybody gets better,
Absolutely. That's
you
why
know,
we're not doing this for adulation. We're doing it to help people because we've been
for
through,
sure.
as we go down this road, we'll go through more, stories of our past and what we went through. But it's a tough journey. It's a tough journey. And
Mm.
we're in it together. Remember that we are in it together, people. Your friends, you're in make comments, give us advice. If you want to hear us talk about another topic, watch for our short set come up usually every day, every other day. And I'm going to do one on the anterior mid cingulate cortex about building willpower. Be a minute one back refresher basically from the one I did earlier. So listen, remember, guys, be a lion among the sheep. If you like what we're doing, hit like, subscribe, share it with friends. We're gaining traction. We're getting more and more people viewing art, and we really appreciate it. So you guys have a great couple of days. We'll see you in a few days. Have a great next few days. Enjoy the weather wherever you may be,
Yeah.
and we'll be back with you in a couple of days. Coach Jamie, as always,
All right.
have a great few days. We'll talk later.
Hey, you too, buddy. Have a great day.
Hey, God bless.
God bless.